Alright, today we're going to be looking at Sencha Overture. This is a green tea from Adagio. If we take a look at the website, Adagio, they give it a 93 score, and this is the description from Adagio. Sencha is a steamed green tea from the Shizuoka prefecture of Japan. Harvested in the early summer, the second flush, it produces a rich, brothy texture with a clean, very refreshing green aroma. The cup delivers a sweet flavor reminiscent of tender steamed veggies and fresh seaweed, with the rounded finish that coats the palate at the end. Our Sencha Overture has a classic Sencha flavor, perfect for fans of all things green. And this is another tea in my Japanese tea sample box. So this is 2 of 4. The instructions from Adagio say to do 1 teaspoon per cup, 2 to 3 minutes at 165 degrees Fahrenheit. I did 160 degrees on my kettle, and I brewed for 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes. So if we're going to take a look at some of the color of this tea, it kind of looks like a pale yellow, and initially almost some green to it, but I would say once it's done brewing, I'm going to say it's really a pretty medium-bodied yellow color. Pretty typical for a green tea. As far as floral notes, when you smell this tea, you're definitely going to get hit with some grassy tones. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily earthy, but maybe it ventures a little bit there. As far as the brew outcome, I'm going to say this brewed as expected. Green teas are pretty sensitive to heat and time. Now let's check flavor. About as expected, yes. So obviously we're not going to try creamer and sugar with this one. There's no bitterness and definitely no astringency. As far as boldness of the flavor, most green teas, especially if they don't have anything added to it, they're going to be on the mild side, and I would say that it's probably true for this. It might be pushing medium boldness, but that flavor, I'm having a hard time pinning down that flavor. The grassy smell is not what it tastes like. It's not overbearing in that sense. But I want to describe it almost cheesy. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but it has that cheesy consistency to the flavor. So I'm gonna put it somewhere between mild and medium in terms of its flavor boldness. If we ignore that cheesy taste that I'm getting, I'm gonna say that it tastes just like a normal green tea. There's nothing otherwise noticeable about it. Which is going to lead me to conclude that this is a 5 out of 10. It's a tea that I would drink if it were on my table. I would definitely offer it to friends. I could see this being a reasonable day-to-day tea, especially if you like green tea later in the evenings, that you're not dealing with caffeine. So for flavor, I do think that there might be a little bit of a vegetal flavor there. And that might be what I'm confusing with that cheesy taste. So you can get a sample, which makes 10 cups for $5, 4 ounces for $19, which makes it about 38 cents per cup. But if you go up to 16 ounces, you get it down to 22 cents per cup. So I think 22 cents per cup for this is reasonable. I think 38 is pushing it. There's nothing stand out about that. There are other green teas that I would buy for 38 cents per cup. All right. Thank you for watching. Tune in next time.